Alright, so I want to show off, demonstrate the 3-in-1 case cutter mouth cutter from Forster. I've been using these for a while. They have carbide blades and they work pretty well. I like it a lot. So recently I was using it first for my 6.5 Grendel, and you can adjust the blades and get a different pilot, but it's a lengthy process to get it set up and cut just right. So I know I made a video before about RCBS version, and what I came to realize later that RCBS, it doesn't use carbide blades, so they actually dull after some time, and it worked pretty good on a 22 caliber, but for 30 caliber I was struggling. So this is, in my opinion, is a lot better product. So this is my trimmer, and so using regular Forster base, and I had to use a pilot, collet. This is number 1, I believe, collet. I made this small modification 308 case that's cut down, and this is from the golf shoes spars that I found from my brother. He didn't need it, so I just cut off the end on a lathe and using this to drive it with a normal quarter-inch electric screwdriver. The handle here, that's not even sure where and how. All I can tell you is I got this idea from Henderson. They have a handle that's something like that, so I just kind of found a stainless steel piece and made some modifications on the lathe, and it works great. I can tighten this, but you can do the same thing with the original version. So I got some Fireform 221 Fireball that I've neck sized, and these are pretty long. This one is 1.400, so I need it trimmed to 1.393, so about 7 thousandths. And so you just go like this, open, close, and let it run. You'll notice it chamfers inside and outside. Sometimes the chamfer is a bit uneven, and unfortunately I'm not sure why that happens, but that's just something, that's how it is. So I've been experimenting. Sometimes comes out perfect. Again, I don't know why. I've been experimenting with different things to see how it cuts. So yeah, 1.393. So, the accuracy is about 1000. Sometimes I get most of the time I get 1.392. So here's another one. Before 1.4005. Okay, so this one I needed to cut a little bit longer. Oh, nope, That's fine. It just must have been some burr or something sometimes. So let's see here. Yeah, looks pretty good. Looks great. So let's do a couple more. Yep. You can feel that most of the cutting happens in the first couple seconds. So here's my patch that I did earlier, and these ones are lapos that I need to still trim. Now these might, because we'll see, they might behave differently. Yeah, these are pretty much spot on. They just need a couple thousandths to be trimmed. Looks great, even all around. No, these work just, you know. So the variation I was thinking of, sometimes when the case neck is different thickness. Now these lapels honestly are as good, and the thickness surprised me. When I started converting Lake City, the Lake City thickness is almost the same as Lapua, so I don't even need to rim the necks or turn the necks outside. I think it might be too close for a good focus. Yeah, okay. That's the same amount. And this one is doesn't even need trimming, but I'll run it anyway because then it'll give me a nice chamfer inside and outside. Yeah, see? Let's see if I can zoom in. There we go. These are that one makes some really good brass. These are my 221 Remington Fireballs. Man, I love this cartridge. It takes about 30% less powder, and I get comparable velocities to 223. I mean, they're lesser, but with my longer barrel, it kind of makes up. Got a 24-inch Remington 700, and yeah, you'll be surprised some of these, especially with the new Hodgdon CFE black powder. I achieved some insane velocities. with 20 grains. I'm not gonna quote exact number, but about 20 grains something of powder, and a 50 grain Vmax. I got something like 3,300 feet per second, which is on par with 223, if not faster. So I really love this cartridge. It's like, and another thing is it has a really slow twist rate, 1 in 14. So it shoots my swage bullets really well. In fact, just came back from Idaho trip, and the first three shots with that with this brass that hasn't been fireformed yet, and my swage bullets, I'll show you the target. Okay, these three 100 yards off sandbags with a cheap vortex scope, $130 vortex scope. These three measured 0.4 MOA. This one was some really old powder I was trying to use up for fire forming. Still MOA group. There's more here, and these 7 were MOA group. Now keep in mind, I was using all sorts of rejected bullets, and it could have been a mix of anything. But here's my swaged bullets. Those are 53.7 grain. Anyway, I'm not sure how I got off the trimming topic to swaging bullets topic, but I'll show you. These ones are Federals, 55 millimeters. They are a bit thicker. Usually they perform a little better, and anyway, with a fireform brass and as well as Lapo brass, these shoot really well. I was surprised. Actually, spear bullets didn't perform as well. They did really well at 50 yards, the 45 grainers, and then on the 100 groups like really opened up. It went from really small groups like under MOA to 1.7 MOA at 100 yards. So I don't know, maybe it was really windy though that day, and not just that day. It seems like that location is always windy. It's a Black Creek range. So granted, I only been there a couple of times, and it was always in the spring. So I don't know how it is in the summer. But yeah, guys, this this product is amazing. So I was visiting, in-laws, and stopped by this store I've never been to, called Shields, because we don't have that in Washington. And I was very happy. The store had a big picture It's family owned, has Christian values. They had this poster that they were gonna be closed and celebrating Easter. I was pretty happy, and inside they had a lot of products that I haven't seen before, only online. They had Dylan presses fully set up, 1100, 750, I think a 550. They had some other fancy presses I only seen them online, like the Zero Area 419 Zero press. It's like $1,275, but I've spotted these Forster, and they were on sale, and I don't know if it was strange. Sufficient to say that this thing cost me $50 with sales tax included. And I even double checked the receipt to make sure I didn't get something else run up. Nope, it was this same exact thing. And normally they cost about 75 to 80 bucks online or more. So this was a steal at this price. And this one was, I didn't lock it very well, so I was spinning first. But it looks like it didn't leave any marks. So, yeah, pretty good stuff. Love it. And if I want to swap it to another caliber, it's a lot easier. You don't need to set up the blades. You just undo the set screw right here, and it just slides off. The original cutter is underneath. It's kind of really interesting how they decided to do it. Now I'm gonna try to machine on my lathe a special setup jigs, basically, where I could just pop it in here, butt this pilot against it, and lock this, and have it basically good to go. And without having, so when I swap the heads, it'll take me 30 seconds to set up the cutting length, and then I'm good to go. And there's micro adjustments you can do by loosening this screw, and this screw pushes in to make the cuts shallower or lesser, or take up to lengthen. Not ideal, but it works better than some of the other ones I've come across. Of course, nothing beats my other trimmer that has a micrometer, but unfortunately this does not have a way. Well, maybe there is, but it's not simple to make some sort of micrometer. That would have been the ultimate if I could get the micrometer here, because the micrometer is truly the best thing ever. You just pop it, butt it against the thing, trim a couple thousandths off, then measure, and then dial in exactly how much more trim you need. But that's a topic for another video. I'll review my L.E. Wilson cutter. But this one is so much faster because it saves the work of chamfering inside and outside. Alright,